have been called Canada's role play specialist. Why is that? Because if you give me an idea as to this fantasy you've had about a teacher, a hot MILF neighbor, your best friend's hot MILF mom, I can jump into that character like this. And I can do it within minutes, and I can make it so real that you really feel like you're there. That's the whole point of my role plays. That's how I do it, especially if we're doing a phone call, a live cam session, even on text. It's bringing out your fantasies and your fetishes based on role play. But role play by itself is not a fetish. It says this on my website as well, yes, it is listed under fetishes I cater to because it enhances the fetishes on my list. And it says it right underneath where it says role plays. As soon as you see the title role plays under fetishes I cater to, it clearly says role play by itself is not a fetish, because role play again is acting. So I'm not acting just for shits and giggles. I am literally acting out a character with you to enhance your fetish. For example, if you have a foot fetish or you have a spanking fetish, perhaps you want to incorporate an auntie-nephew role play or something along those lines to bring out and enhance and bring extra excitement to the fetishes and kinks that you have. It needs to be combined with something. Perhaps you're into humiliation. Perhaps you're into, like I said, spanking or pegging, strap-on. Those are all BDSM fetishes that I cater to. But just mom and son by itself, that's just characters we play. That's not a fetish. I don't just, do sessions where you're coming over to see me, I'm pretending to be your mom, you're pretending to be my son, and we end up having sex. That's not a fetish. That's not a BDSM service. That is something you could talk to an escort about, and if she's, a good actress or something, maybe you guys can pull it off together. But I said it before, and I'll say it again. Please take the time to read through my website. I've spent hours and hours and hours putting it together. I put it together by myself, and pretty much everything that you're thinking about, questions in your mind right now, they should be answered on my website. A role play needs to be combined with a fetish to be a part of my sessions. So, and in fact, role play is almost necessary to bring out the fetishes that most people have, especially during a text session, etc. So that's why I actually have a list on my website of role plays that I've written out. I try to change them up every once in a while, but remember, even with the role plays listed on my website, they're exact scenarios, basically, that you can incorporate, that we would incorporate, right? But if you're reading the role play and everything sounds perfect except this one element, guess what? You can change it up. You don't have to go with the role play exactly the way I wrote it. Maybe it says everything that you want it to say, except then the fetish in it is not what you're wanting. Like, it finishes with spanking, and you don't want spanking. Maybe you want small penis humiliation. Maybe you want JOI. If you don't know what that is, please look these things up. I mean, just taking the extra time to research is everything to a submissive. It's everything in this industry itself. It's not like calling an escort, booking an appointment. You pretty much know what you're going for, and bing, bang, boom, you are at her house, you give her money, and it's done. This is way more of a niche service. It's way more personalized. Like, I very much personalize my services, my role plays, my sessions, my scenarios. There's not a single client that I've ever had that's exactly the same as another. There's always a little tweak or a little twist or something. There's always something different about every client to me. So if I look at all of you as unique, I think it's kind of fair for you to take some extra time and realize that my website, my services, me, I'm unique. So take the time, read the words. It really helps. I spend $70 a day on my advertising for a reason, and I look forward to hearing from you if you've done your research. Thanks. Kisses.